What's good word, everyone? I'm Kenny Varner, the owner of SportsBooks.com, where we're going to talk about the Houston Texans today as we cover every one of the NFL teams along with all major college football programs, and they're all up on my YouTube site. So what do we got? We got the Houston Texans over 9.5 minus 150, under 9.5 plus 120. What do we think about this team? Well, let's start with the coach, DeMeco Ryans. Great. They are just great, and they're cohesive. Their coaching staff is together, not getting poached. That's an awesome thing going forward. Right now, they got their window, their 2-3 year window, where they don't have to pay Stroud, where he's on the rookie contract. That is just bigger than people know. And why is it so big? Well, we'll tell you why it's so big after we check in about sportsatballs.com, the name of my site, where you get your sports pick package deals, along with checking out 2 videos to look at, the money management and psychology. You wrap your mind around how to do that. When you get your sports pack deal, bam, you'll be rocking and rolling. Because there's too many times in the past where people win 60% and lose money. When you win, like we do here at sportsatballs.com, you still have to manage your money the right way. So when you win with us, you're good to go. So, and when you do a college and NFL pro and put them together, boom, the rest of the sports are free. So what do we got going forward here? Of course, we got C.J. Stroud at quarterback. And now, and you got Keenum as a backup. So you get an injury here, you're not totally, crushed and out of the picture if he's off for a couple games. So you're good to go there. He's last year, the best thing I saw was 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, takes care of the ball, had 3 picks in 1 game. I think that's an anomaly. So you only have two turnovers outside of that. 2 picks outside of that. So I really like that. He got them all in 1 game. It just happens, So does he regress because he had such a good year? We can't say that he does this every year because this was his breakout season. From what I've seen, the eye test and what I've been hearing and researching this guy, he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he'll take steps going forward. And running back with Mixon, that's fine, and running backs don't matter anyway. But look at the talent around him. They bring in Stephon Diggs to add to Nico Collins and Tank Dell. Fresh new start for Diggs. This receiver core is just top notch. The offensive line, 4 returning starters, with a great scheme, and it was the first year of being under the scheme, and they're going to get even more comfortable. They were a good offensive line last year, and now they all four returning starters, and the second year of really grabbing the concept. I love how that goes for the Houston Texans. They did sign 14 defensive free agents, 7 of which could be starters. So I love it. It's, like I said here, as much as I love all 3 levels of defense for Houston, it might take a half a season. It may take a little while to gel and come together. So earlier in the season, Houston could definitely be an over team because they're going to score on people. They're going to be really tough to stop. But their defense might be lagging early. But this is what I want to tell people to not overreact to. Because you can see 3 or 4 games where they end up in shootouts, 34-30, 30-27. Oh, this team would be really good if they had a defense. And once someone says that in the first 2 or 3 weeks, they're in week 9, 10, 11, the defense getting incrementally better, but people just go, oh, they had so many shootouts right there, so their defense isn't good. I could see this defense improving as it goes on. Last year, they were plus 10 in turnovers. They forced 24 turnovers, but the offense only had 14. Does that progress to a little bit more? It could. So that could be a flaw in the ointment. As we look at their schedule, they get the AFC East and NFC North. and they get their extra games are at Atlanta, at Kansas City, and Baltimore. So Atlanta's supposed to be improved. Kansas City and Baltimore, we know that they're going to be at the top. So it's a tough schedule there. They got a way harder schedule than they did last year. So as much as they were really good and improved and took it to a playoff level, it was still a little bit of a weaker schedule. So maybe you're saying they have a little bit of preview, but I think this team is solid round trip. This team is just solid round trip. I think 9.5 is low, and I think it's low because of the schedule. Do I think they'll only win one more game than they lose? No, I think they'll get to 10 wins. Juiced at -150, probably not something I'm going to be on. It takes a lot to get on an over or under for team wins. But this is a team I really like. I think as I look through this, they have a chance to be top 2, top 3, make an AFC title game if things go right for them. They have they just have a good coaching staff, good organization, good GM. They're bringing in the players to win now because they really do have to win now without mortgaging the future. They're trying to win now because they know you can only have your quarterback on a rookie contract for 3 years. And they know they have their guy. They're putting all the eggs in that basket. And I think it's the right thing to do. I look for this team to be really good, really exciting. I think they'll be on TV a lot. And they're just I think they're going to be a fun team to follow this year, without a doubt. Always looking for Stroud to take just another half step. 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and 3 of them in one game. I really like that a lot going forward. They won't beat themselves, and they're going to be smartly coached. This is a good football team, and we're also good at SportsBooks.com since I've been handicapping for over 30 years. We have sports pick packages, and when you go to SportsBooks.com, check out the 2 videos up there. Psychology is another key. When you win, when you lose, don't get too high, don't go too low. I know these are cliches, but it's so true. If you lose a few games in a row, people get so upset about it, but really it's 2 or 3 games out of a few hundred bets that you're going to make. So get set for the full year. Have a blast with us. We'll give you all other sports free when you get college and NFL. We'll see you guys in the next video, and let's make money.